What's going on, everyone? And I am back with another movie review. Today, I'm doing something special for you, actually. So, about back in April, I went to the Spring Chiller Theater Expo in Parsippany, New Jersey. And normally when I go to these things, I usually have a good time. I meet some nice people, including some good celebs, and I pick up some pretty cool gems, including this little gem, Doctor Who and the Daleks. Yes, people, any Whovians out there, rejoice. This is something that for any Whovian to find and watch, actually. This is just something. And also, that features the sequel as well. So, yeah, two movies for one. I've been searching for this movie high and low, and finally I was able to get at this very special kiosk at the Spring Chiller Expo. So that's what I'm going to do today. Is that I'm going to review the first one, Doctor Who and the Daleks, actually, because I finally got a chance to sit down and watch the first one about a week ago, actually. And after watching it, I thought, oh wow, it was actually pretty darn fun and very entertaining. And Peter Cushing does a pretty darn good job playing a Time Lord, actually. And if I had to pick like which Time Lord and that he kind of resembled more, it doesn't really matter. He even created his own little image there. He kind of reminded me of like I don't know. It's really hard to say. Just look at what he looks like on the cover. I could probably just imagine how cool he is. But I will say his signature old trademark they had to this character was the monocle, actually, which I thought was pretty interesting. So all time, you've probably seen all timers. They have the little classic, whatever it's called, the cravat, or like a bow tie, or sand shoes, as the 10th Doctor would say. Each and every one of these little quirks that each of these actors have brought to the character over the 50 plus years the show's been around. But with Peter Cushing, I'd say he did a good job, actually. Now, to answer everyone's question, where does this fit into the Doctor Who canon? It doesn't, actually. This is a whole different thing. This was like, how do I say this? It was kind of like one of those little serials that they would just produce and just put out in theaters. Kind of sort of like they would do to Flash Gordon. If anybody remembers Flash Gordon, what they would do is they'd make like small little serials and they would put them in the theaters and you would go see them in the theaters, actually. So it was kind of like that, actually. So where does it fit into the war? Like I said, it's completely different. You probably would have fun with this movie, actually. And yes, the trademark Daleks look amazing in color for the first time because this was the 60s where pretty much everything was shot in black and white, but up until the second Doctor's reign, all of a sudden officially transitioned from black and white into color, actually. So that's a little tidbit that you should know, actually. So looking at this movie, it's magnificent. I will say the Daleks, they look great and campy as they usually do. The Doctor looks great. The story, as the title suggests, is that pretty much the Daleks somehow invade Earth. Well, actually, I don't want to give too much of the story away, is that somehow the Doctor gets propelled almost 1,000 years into the future. Somehow the Daleks have invaded Earth, they destroyed it, and there's only a few, there's a last surviving human race, actually, but they're a mutated human race. I don't want to give too much of the plot away, supposedly, and the Doctor's trying to bring peace to it. So that's pretty something, actually. So the story is, like I said, it's not too special. It's typical, sci-fi cheese fest. You would probably like it. My only downside, and the one thing that I couldn't believe this was the TARDIS itself. That was the only problem. All right, obviously that's the exterior. It's the famous police box, but the interior, good God Almighty, what the hell happened? It was not. If you're expecting anything to look like something out of the Doctor Who shows back then or today, it was not. It looked god awful. It looked like a janitor's closet, but magnified, and with all this crazy coils and all that unnecessary BS just lining the set. I was like, what the hell did they do to this TARDIS? It's like a very stripped down version of this TARDIS. But then again, to be perfectly fair, the Doctor did say this was something that he was building. So essentially, it wasn't finalized, but still, it just looked bad for the interior of the TARDIS. Everything else looked pretty good. Like the sets looked exactly something that you expect out of one of those old sci-fi flicks of the time, actually. So that's my only blunder that I would have to say about this movie. So I would say, find this movie, you would probably have fun with it. If you're a fan of Peter Cushing or any classics, you would totally enjoy this movie, okay? And if you find something like this, like a double disc set, I'd say I would definitely recommend that. So overall, I'm going to give the first movie, know what? 8 out of 10, okay? So it's far from perfect. It's, a cheesy camp fest. For what it's worth, you would probably enjoy it, okay? So that does it for today. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll see you guys later.